Hello everyone. I have a few items today that I have acquired over the last few months, but I haven't really featured them in any video, so I thought I would do that today because a lot of these things are things that I've really been enjoying lately, so I definitely wanted to share them with you. The first thing I have is this book pouch. This is from Feather and Bloom Co. on Etsy. These are made by a lovely woman named Julie, and she has so many of these Rifle Paper Company fabrics, and man, these just suck me in every single time. But you might know that I'm reading Dune, and I'm still trudging my way through this. I'm really enjoying it, but reading has just been incredibly hit or miss for me for the last like 2 years. So anyway, I don't really like orange, and this is constantly stored with all of my leather covers and my journaling supplies and everything, and I didn't like looking at this all the time amongst all my pretty things. So I really wanted to have a pretty pouch to put it in, and I just did a random Etsy search for book pouches, and I ran into this fabric. So I think this is called like herb something, and so I did the search with that in it, and her shop popped up, so I went ahead and ordered from her. This is so lovely. It's padded. It comes in 2 different sizes. I think I have the smaller one. There's a different fabric inside. It has this wiggly stitch along the inside, and my favorite thing about this is this elastic closure on it and this pretty button. This one just happens to be this gorgeous pearlescent one, and I was like, yeah, I knew I was gonna get this one. The other ones I had seen from other shops, they were either a little too big for what I was looking for, and they didn't really have any type of closure mechanism. So anyway, this was just the perfect fit for me. Julie was very responsive. After I placed my order, she contacted me right away to let me know the new turnaround time. So she's very transparent with her shop. I have been fully enjoying this, and I love the way this looks with all of my covers when everything's together. It's so pretty. So I highly recommend her shop if this is something that you're looking for. I've been very, very happy with it. So the next thing is also like a little pouch. So you may already follow her on Instagram. She is the Pentastic on Instagram, and everything will be linked in the description. But she is also a fellow leather hobbyist, and we have been just chatting back and forth through DMs. Anytime we make something new in leather, we just show each other our work, and it's just been such a fun interaction to have somebody that's just as into it as I am. And so one of the things that she made is this type of pouch, which is absolutely incredibly stunning. And she made one and showed it to me, and I was just kind of blown away. Like, what? How do you go from 0 to 60 in leather work and make something incredible like this? So of course I was just like going gaga over it. And she decided to send me one. She made me this and sent it to me just because. And oh my gosh, like this was so generous, and I was just beside myself. So I sent her a little something as a thank you. But this is like an A6 size. Well, it's bigger than A6, but A6 stuff fits in it. So this is my current A6 journal. This is Astrology. So that fits in one of these 3 compartments. And she also put a zipper in. Like, I have not even dabbled with zippers myself, but she did that, totally rocked it. And this is a YKK zipper, so she's just killing it with everything. So I told her, I'm probably gonna show this on my channel at some point, because I like to show the things that I'm using and that I'm enjoying. And so I told her I always feel guilty when I show the things that I make because I am literally just a hobbyist. I don't sell anything, and I always feel bad about that. That when I show things, nobody else can like order it. So I told her, please tell me if you have plans to open up a shop, because if I show this, then the first thing people are going to ask is how they can get one. So luckily, she said that she is open to selling them, and she has a separate Instagram called Raven's Claw Co. And you can just contact her through there. You can see the things that she makes, including pouches like this. And yeah, she would be happy to work with you. So that was a relief, because I didn't want to show this and be like, but you can't really get one. And you can see all the changes she makes to her designs. And it's just so fun seeing someone else grow in their love for a craft like this and grow in her skill. I've been taking this out with me. So basically, I will throw my journal in like this. The zipper compartment is so convenient because I can throw in my loose ephemera in here, my washi cards and all that kind of stuff, and it stays secure. What is really cool is that these stitched areas where the two compartments are joined, these are actually slots, so you can put pens in there. These are a little bit tight for my TWSBI. Like, I can get my TWSBIs in there, but they're very, very tight. So a smaller, thinner pen, like this is a Uniball Signo, it will fit great. So a thinner pen will do awesome. The stitches, the stitch compartments are also in between these two layers as well. So more pens can fit in here. That's just the neatest thing. And then everything closes with a snap closure and cute little pocket in the front. I mean, she's obviously just having such a good time. So this has just been incredibly fun to have and to play with. And I mean, it is utterly gorgeous. The amount of leather that's in here. This is obviously some kind of like oil tan type of leather, but I mean, I love a leather good. So I have been loving this. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you again. Okay, so the next thing, if you are a standard size traveler's notebook user, these are so cool. I was so happy to find these. These are actually notebook PVC covers. So it's a plastic cover. This is the package it comes in. I got these off Jet Pens, and they are clear covers for standard size inserts, which is like amazing. So here's one. It comes with a paper that you just take out, and it's a clear cover. Now, if you've ever introduced anybody to the Traveler's Notebook system and you've given them dashboards, that's kind of something that you have to like stay near them when they're handling it, because inevitably the newbie will try to shove their insert into the dashboard because they don't grasp the concept that the dashboards lay around your insert and their inserts do not go in them. So this is for them. These are for the newbies, because the inserts do fit in this, just like the clear covers for the Midori MD notebooks and stuff like that, and the Nanami clear covers, but nobody makes standard except for now. So yay. This is a Traveler's Company 002 insert, and as you can see, I've put this in that, and it's so awesome because if you decorate, a lot of the times people like to seal their decor in, and I usually do Mod Podge over certain places so that it will stay durable. But now I can just use a clear cover, and if packing tape is something that you don't get along with, a lot of people seal using packing tape. This is just another option for the size, which is so amazing. And they will fit any size insert. It's a very like exact fit. So this I have decorated. There's a few layers of like scrapbook paper and stuff. I really had to trim down the top and the bottom so that there was no extra scrapbook paper adding to the height. It fits quite perfectly. So if you're adding layers of things, you need to make sure that you are getting it as tight as possible to the cover. So I have 3 different types of standard inserts, and I'm going to put them all each in a clear cover so you can see how they fit. Well, this is the 002, which is this. Fits amazing. This is the Jet Pens Kanso Sasshi Tomoe River paper insert. And what does this have? 120 pages. This is the Paper Penguin Co. Another Tomoe River paper insert, but this one has 160. So let me get these out. All right, so here is the Kanso Sasshi, and let's see. Yeah, the Paper Penguin Co. back here is a little bit thicker because it has like 40 more pages, I think. So this is going to fit perfectly in here. All right, there we go. So that is a very perfect fit. And I mean, I'm so excited about having this option for a clear cover. So this one is slightly thicker, but based on this, because it does seem like there's a little bit of wiggle room in there, I'm pretty sure an extra 40 pages will be just fine. Okay, there we go. This is the Paper Penguin Co. with, I believe it's 160 pages of the 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. This is also 52 GSM, but they both fit great in this cover. So I am really enjoying these, which is something so silly and so simple, but I just love being able to have clear covers for standard size inserts. I feel like standard size never gets anything special, and finally things are starting to come out to celebrate that size. I'm so excited. Okay, the last thing I have, well, I have 2 more things. I have some inks and then a pen, which this pen is so beautiful. All right, the 2 inks that I have, these are both Noodlers inks. This is Walnut and this one is 54th Massachusetts. I bought these on a whim. I mentioned in some other videos that I had purchased these 2. I just haven't really shown them yet. All right, so here's the page. This one is Walnut up here, and this right here is 54th Massachusetts. So I'm really glad I bought these because I was planning on buying some Robert Oster ones, and I found that I'm really, really loving these way more than the Robert Oster ones, which is really surprising to me. I have a couple of videos where I swatched out some Robert Oster ones, and I had my heart set on buying golden brown, which is this color, and this is where I wrote with it. And I'm so glad I ended up with walnut because I'll zoom in here. It's obvious to me, I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera, but the walnut ink from Noodlers is such a clearer, brighter brown than the Robert Oster golden brown. And in fact, I think the golden brown looks a bit muted and muddy, I think, than this color here. So I know the differences in brands can be really important to people. So different inks can perform better, they're more well behaved and stuff like that. I don't know that I've experienced enough brands and inks to pick up on those little nuances. So I think right now the most important thing to me is the color. And as far as a brown color goes, I definitely prefer the walnut over the golden brown. I think Noodlers is less expensive than the Robert Oster, but correct me if I'm wrong. And I definitely know Noodlers is bulletproof. I know these two are bulletproof. I'm not sure about the Robert Oster either, but suffice it to say, I am very happy to go with Noodlers. And then also the 54th Massachusetts, let me find it. Okay, so I find this to be a dupe for Robert Oster's Midnight Sapphire. So hopefully you can tell here. I didn't even plan this. I just remember seeing 54th Massachusetts from, I think it was Robin It Talks from the Heart. And I was just so attracted to the color. And I ended up going ahead and buying the full bottle, only to find out that it seems to be an exact match for Midnight Sapphire. So yeah, I'm just really surprised and really happy with Noodlers. I only have ever used Lexington Gray from them, and I think I'm just gonna keep going with them and hopefully sample some more of their inks. So if you have any recommendations for Noodlers inks that you really get along with, please leave them in the comments and I will most likely check them out. So last thing I have is my Pelikan. So this is actually filled with walnut, and it is what I wrote with here. This is the Pelikan M605. So it's an M600 version. I think the 5 just means it is not gold plated. I'm not sure what it is, if it's like platinum or silver or something, but this is my new pen, and I'm usually very happy with my TWSBIs, my TWSBI Ecos. I really don't get into modern fountain pens that much. I'm mostly into vintage pens. So this is kind of odd for me that I have a modern pen that I bought. This is actually from, I think it's from 2017. So it's not very available unless you're looking on eBay or something like that. I actually bought this off Peyton Street Pens. I think it was a used pen, but it was in pretty much brand new condition. It did have what they called a baby's bottom. So Peyton Street Pens did work on this for me to get it in perfect working order. It's a little dirty. I really need to clean this up. I've just been enjoying using it so much. This, I believe, is also kind of nicknamed the ghost pen because it is whited out, basically. I love the translucent body. And I don't know, I was just really attracted to this pen, and I really wanted to try a Pelikan. I just see so much good stuff about them. It is a wonderful writer. It is a fine nib. So in the listing, they were very clear in saying that it tends to write like a medium or medium broad. And that was a selling point for me. I really love a good medium nib. So I was very happy to buy this. And Peyton Street actually reached out to me to make sure I knew that the nib was not actually a fine. And yeah, so I reassured them, yeah, just send it to me because I really love a medium nib. So that was actually a selling point. And with the Noodlers ink, oh my gosh, it just lays down such a wet line, and I love it. I love it so much. This is so smooth to write with, and I've just definitely been enjoying it. I'm glad to finally have a Pelikan in my collection. One is good for me. This is really the only coloring that I was attracted to in the Pelikan pens, so I'm happy to have this. Also, Peyton Street pens had such a good price on this, since it's not really available commercially in like at Goulet pens or anything like that in this color. Peyton Street pens had the best price on this. It was easily like $100 or $200 less expensive than a place like eBay. So I'm really happy that I got one that I really love. All right, everyone, that is everything that I wanted to share with you. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I always try to get back to all of the comments that I get. So if there's anything that I can help you find or any questions, even if you think it's redundant, please just leave me a comment and I'll get back with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.